Chance of Tarkir draft here on Arena for the first time. The rare is not good. It's a little too expensive, even if you're delving it, and you're not left with that many cards afterwards. So I'm probably gonna pass on that. The commons are all fine. I think the card that sticks out to me here is Incremental Growth. It's a card that requires you to have a lot of creatures. But in Abzan, which is probably what I'm going to try and end up, you have a lot of bonuses for cards with +1/+1 counters. I think it's way better than Become Immense, because the counter 6 around it. Become Immense is a one-shot trick. Other cards you can take is Mardu Horde Chief, uh, Ponyback Brigade, Glacial Stalker. But I'm going to take the Incremental Growth and lean towards Abzan. Because first of all, I think that Abzan is one of the better guilds. But second of all, I think that this card is at its best in Abzan. However, here there is Bear's Companion. This is 6/6 worth of stats for 5 mana in Temur. But also you could play Incremental Growth in Temur. It's not that bad. Just have enough creatures. And Windswept Heath would be a good fixer if I were Abzan. But I think that I don't have to be Abzan. So I'm going to take the Bear's Companion and be Temur. A perfectly fine place to be. So a theme in Temur is ferocious. You want to have a 4-powered creature. Oh, here is a Triland. I might just take that because first of all, there isn't anything super good in the pack for Temur. There is Enoch Bondkin, which is good if I end up being Abzan, which I could still be. And Opulent Palace does fix me for green and blue, so there's 2 colors. You may also sometimes just pick up a random blue card you want to splash like a morph. I guess they changed the art because they couldn't stand the original artist. It's pretty ridiculous, but that's not a huge thing. So now I have a land that is decent in Temur, tapped for green and a blue, but could also end up being split. Yeah, they've changed all the arts, just so ridiculous. Here, there is a kind of a pet card in Temur, Barrage of Bowlers. It means that it deals 1 damage to each creature you don't control. And if you have Ferocious, it means that your opponent's creatures can't block this turn. It's pretty decent against some of the 1 toughness creatures. I might just take it here because I don't even think Deference is that good in Abzan because it's a little too expensive. I'm going to take Barrage of Bowlers, and that also protects me a little bit from aggressive creatures. Now there is some good Sultai card here, but I don't think Sultai is that good. I'm going to take a Rugged Highland. And now I have 2 lands that help fix me. Because it is important, even if you have 3 colors, to be able to cast your spells. You can't just ignore the lands. So I'm going to pass on the very good Sultai card and stick with Temur for a moment. Alright, so I do only have 1 creature right now, but at least that creature is creating 2 bodies. It is a little awkward that both are 5-drops though, but we still have a lot of picks left to salvage things here. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little wary here. There is now Abzan Gaia's clearly the best card in the pack. So that would have to abandon a lot of my cards so far. And Awakened Bear is decent, but at this point I'm starting to think I should have more creatures. This is a morph which is acceptable. I think I'm gonna take Witness of the Ages just to have a creature because I'm starting to feel a little bit worried about having like Incremental Growth, Barrage of Bowlers, and not that many creatures. So I could have switched, but the problem with taking the Abzan Guide is I would have to give up 2 of my lands and 2 of my spells. It would be pretty costly. Yeah, okay, well, I could take a Dragon's Club, but I think I'm just gonna take the Abzan Guide and see where we go. Maybe Abzan is just completely open. And we would then have 3 good cards for Abzan, or one of them is just decent. No lands, but I guess this is a land in Abzan, so I take that back. I would have 1 land in Abzan, even if I were to end up abandoning Temur. We shall see. We shall see. And whoa, there's an Armament Corps in the pack. This is 8th pick. This is one of the best Absan cards in the set. One of the best uncommons in the set. Okay. I might just be switching now. This is, the floor is a 6/6/4/5. And you can also put the counters on other things. So we might be moving into Absan here because Armament Corps is just a very good card. And as I said, a theme in Absan is some +1/+1 counters, so made up pick up some random synergies as well. Now there's Glacial Stalker, Bitter Revelation, and Krumar Bondkin. I think I might just want to have one Bitter Revelation if I end up being absent. And Krumar Bondkin is kind of placeable. But this card is pretty nice. It digs you 4 cards deep. You can take 2. Then you get you 3 cards in your graveyard for delve if you end up having some delve cards. Yeah, I might as well just take Alpine Grizzly in case I go back in team. It's also a card you can put in the Absan deck, and I kind of want another creature. I mean, how pathetic can you be that you change your art of a card just because you don't agree with the opinions? Gonna take Killshot here. It's decent. You end up flipping a morph and then you can ambush. And Sidisi's Pet is a card I could play if I'm desperate. Take the white card. Alright, so and Naturalize. And there is Sandstorm Citadel. It's a fantastic card. It's a tricolor. There is an on-color rare, but it's not one of the best. And I think I just have to take the Triland here. Even if I were to end up going Teamer back still, you could end up like splashing some morph. So I'm just gonna have to take the Triland over. A good rare, but nothing like incredibly good. And now I have 2 lands. And what is this? They changed the art on so many cards. Here I'm gonna take Absan Battle Priest. It's a rock solid card in Absa. And at this point I'm probably just gonna move into Absa. I have to abandon the Bear's Companion Rock Cell. I do have 2 fixers and 2 morphs, so the curve is a little deceptive, but this is just a good card. If you end up causing incremental growth, you're gonna gain a lot of life. So I like it. Hmm. Yeah, would like to pick up some Mardu Skull Hunter. That's a 2-drop, and it also makes your opponent discard a card if you've attacked. Here there's a Lamb, but I think I'm gonna take Watcher of the Ruse. It's just a solid card. It's a morph for 3 mana, but you can also morph it up and gain 2 life as long as you reveal a white card. And I have 2 gold card here that help me. And yeah, I think it's slightly better than Tuskguard Captain. Because they both work with +1/+1 counters if you think about it. One is a flyer, and the other one is a. I mean, the 2/3 does get bonuses from counters, but the flyer is also nice with counters. Here I'm gonna take Feet of Resistance. It's not as best in this deck because I don't have any cheap creatures, but it's still fine late. And as I said, I don't really like Death Frenzy. So we shall see. Oh, nice, a 2-drop. And it's a good one as well. It also is a card that works in my deck with all the counters. So that's very nice pick up. I could have had 2 if I had taken one a little earlier, but I didn't know I was absent at that point. I didn't know I was gonna get an 8th pick Armament Corp, which is very close to a mythic uncommon in this set. Alright, another incremental value. They do get a little worse in multiples. Right now though, I could take it. The alternative is to take like an Alabaster Key, which is kind of mediocre. I'm gonna take incremental growth and basically just take all creatures and remove them from now on. I might not play this Bitter Revelation now because you can't have too many non-creature spells when you're playing incremental growth. But ooh, Heir of the Wilds. Oh my god, that's so good. It's a 2-drop that also is good late and it works with all my counters. And this is you art again. Yeah, we're doing fine here. So Highland game is pretty mediocre. King Truon also mediocre, but this one at least you can morph. And it's a decent target for some counters. Put some counters on this and you have a big regenerator. So for that reason, I think I like Hint Reward. It's a card you almost never cast on turn 1, but it's okay to do so. If you have some incremental growth in your hand. Maybe your plan is to later just supercharge this, and a free that regenerates can be kind of annoying even on attacks. So I am like the way this is going. I don't think the rare is gonna wheel, but you never know. Alright, take Highland Game, I guess. I think people are undervaluing morphs because there are 2 good morphs here still in the pack. I could main deck the Highland Game, you never know. Okay, I'm gonna take Sultai Scavenger. This is a pretty good card in this deck because I don't have any other delve cards. So if you have no other delve, the first delve card you have is pretty important. So I'm gonna take it. And I'm taking random morph. I might play that, but take the green card, which is mostly a Sultai card. And yeah, I think people underestimate morphs. Oh man, we got a bomb morph that costs double color to flip up. That's unfortunate. I don't think I can take it. Neither of the lands do anything. So I think I'm going to take a 1-drop here. The choice is between Disowned Ancestor and Mardu Hateblade. Both perfectly fine cards. Nothing special. Which one is better? Mardu Hateblade. I guess it flips up Watcher of the Roost, but I think Disowned Ancestor is slightly better, just blocking morphs early. And picking up some counter synergies with like the Absent Battle Priest. Oh man, another good card. I don't think I can take it this time either. Shambling Attendants. I already picked up my morph card. So I think looking at my curve, I've only have 2 4-drops, so it is either Longshot Squad or Alabaster Clear. I think Alabaster Clear with all my counters could be nice, just picking up counters on the flyers, and Vigilance could be good. Fetch land, but another Heir of the Wild's fantastic. I just love this card. It's just so good. Better than Fatal Resistance, slightly. So I would like to pick up some more lands now. I kind of regret that pick earlier, not taking the Scoured Barrens, but at the time I think it was fine. We have 18 playables, only 2 lands, which is a little concerning. We haven't seen any lands this pack. I mean, for us, we've seen cards that we can't really play. I'm not worried about my playable counts because I have some morphs I could play. I could also play another Alpine Grizzly or a Highland Game. But I have like, oh man, my Mantis Rider. Here, I think that Mardu Horse is going to be an okay card in this deck. I think just, I think I'm going to be able to raid it some amount of the time. And it's nice to get 2 bodies into play for my double incremental growth. So I'm going to have to take a land over basically everything except like a Spawn. I don't have any removal except kill shots, so I'm probably going to play it. It's a card I don't love, but it's nice to have it when you don't have any other removal. Yeah, I'm going to take Absolute Ascendance. I kind of like it. It's a hard to cast card, but it puts a pound on all your creatures, and then whenever a creature I control dies, I get a 1/1 flyer. Which obviously not going to get me a counter after that, but also there isn't anything good in this pack. But I think I've ended up with a lot of creatures, so please can I get a land? 33. No. I don't think I'm gonna play too many of these cards. Oh man, am I gonna have to play the Absent Banner? I don't like it. But I don't really need another Disowned Ancestor. Masterway is a very good card, but I can't play it. I might just take this banner and I don't like playing banners, but I think I might have to. Here's another great card, Warden of the Eye, but the Woolly Loxodon is perfectly acceptable. So right now I need 1 more playable. The mana is gonna be rough, but this doesn't help. The Feet Resistance is good. I just don't know how many tricks I can play. I think I can afford to play double feet. Guess Longshot Squad could be okay. So we do have a lot of power in this deck, but I'm a little worried about my mana. That is the biggest problem, I think. So many Alpine Grizzlies. Yeah, people underestimate morphs, I think. All right. Let's see. Maybe Snow Rider. Let's this island. Change the view. Let's see. I right now have 15 lands. I want to change that. +1 and +1. I think I prefer the flyer over fire just because it works better with my incremental growths. I think I'm gonna have to play the Absent Banner, but this is basically a deck that wants to storm over your opponent with creatures because I'm not gonna be able to kill too many things. Oh, I'm gonna play Solitaire Scavenger for sure because I don't have any other delve cards, so that's good. And I think I can cut like if I cut Alpine Grizzly, I don't really need it. Okay, this seems good. Yeah, I have all my colors. This creates black, so very nice. Gonna have to wait a little bit on the Zone Ancestor, but the Heir of the Wilds plus Murder Horse gives me a nice board. There's an incremental growth. So, assuming we hit lands, we should be good to go. I can attack into anything with Heir of the Wilds. Red, white. So that's either Mardu or it's aggressive. I'm gonna take this and attack back at a 2/3. So I don't have to play Watcher of the Roost here. I still have a white card in my hand. It's unfortunate that I may have to reveal Feat of Resistance with Watch of the Roost, but I kind of want to gain 2 life. And if my opponent doesn't have a trick, I can just eat the Valley Dasher. We shall see. Okay, my opponent is on Jeskai. I'm calling here because okay, that's a trade at least, so I'm okay with that. Okay, let's attack and play a morph. And I can reveal that up at any time and gain 2 life and create a 2/1 flyer. And also plays a morph and an island. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is turn this face up, reveal this. These. I'm fine trading my Death Toucher for a morph, but it didn't happen. So if my opponent plays a land and passes, I have to be aware that this could be like the 4/3 striker, it could be a 4/5. So I may not give my opponent 3 to unblock. That's fine. Okay, so I can't cast. What I'll do is just attack with everything, and I have Feat of Resistance ready. Well, I didn't wanna do that. So is there a sweep? But if my opponent had a sweep, we would have just blocked here. So I'm just gonna play a flyer, and if my opponent gains some life with Seeker of Day, that's fine. But I think if my opponent had like End Hostilities, just a sweeper, would have just blocked. Because why wouldn't you block them? Jeskai Banner does trigger prowess. So my opponent's gonna gain some life here, but At the end of the day, I don't think my opponent can survive that much longer. Opponent's up to 6. Plays a land. See, 3 mana. Face down. Okay, so I drew a land. I could incremental growth here, gain a ton of life. I could also play Feat of Resistance after blocks. I have 4 in the air. I think I'm just gonna go incremental growth on this, I think. Oh, okay. Okay, I have to wait. The wording here is okay. So the first thing. Okay, so that's the first time I'm casting this in an arena. I was a little, but you have to target first the card you want to put 1 counter on. All right, this hand is awkward. But if I draw a land, I have place, and this is not the fastest form. I'm gonna keep it because I can cast every single card in my hand just as long as I draw a land. And there's a lot of power here with incremental growth, so it's borderline, but okay. It wasn't a swamp, but I can't complain here. Opponent is setting up the mana pretty nicely, but so I'm gonna lead on the Battle Priest because then on turn 4 I can cast a 4 plus level it up. I'm probably gonna play a Morph here would be my guess. No? Okay. Here's the Battle Priest. Is there a removal spell end of turn that I don't know about? No. Well, could be on a 4 or 5 color deck here. I have seen every color except red. Okay. I need to draw a swamp at some point, but if this Battle Priest survives, I'm also gonna buy a lot of time. Okay. Yeah, I could block, but there is like Feat of Resistance. I can take it. Might be a bluff, but who knows. There's also Dragon Scale Boon, that would be kind of annoying. +2/+2 and 2 2+1/+1 counters and untapping. Okay, well maybe I just got worked here. Let's go Scavenge. Maybe I won't just want to raid. And Morph, okay. I think I'm gonna attack here. My 4 life. Play the long shot squad. I'm gonna keep the land in my hand, I think. Because of another skull hand. I could play it so that if I draw land next turn I can outlast plus. But I can still outlast with the Battle Priest. So there's not too many flyers that you can morph up in those colors. There's Abomination of Gudul, I guess. You can splash that, I suppose, but here's a game where my man is coming back to bite me pretty hard. So I think I'm gonna take it one more time. If my opponent has a raid card, it's unfortunate, but I really wanna have 3 creatures in play to cause incremental growth next turn. Oh crap. Okay, well, it's possible my opponent is just suiciding that card to give me to discard card. But I'm happy I kept the land at least. That worked out. Kill shot, huh? Okay, so 1 counter here, 2 counters here, 3 counters here. Thoughts? If you have a removal, okay, my opponent could have a kill shot here, but at least I'm gonna get to attack for a lot. I think this is a kill shot. If it's not, I'm in good shape. My opponent doesn't have a removal here, I'm in great shape, but if my opponent has, okay, that's fine. It's That's what my opponent had. And okay, I'm losing the lifelink, but I'm also gonna gain like 10 life here. So I don't really need to have a lifelink in play. And if my opponent doesn't have an answer for Alabaster Kirin, I'm gonna win the game. Clearly. And yeah, I'm not blocking here. No way. My one could have like a sweeper, but what am I gonna do here? Also need a white source. If this is Absine Guide, I can like take it and next turn kill shot it. But I don't care about taking damage here, of course, since I was at 35. Ah, okay. Well, I still have my flyer. Oh, there's black. So this could, I think I'm just gonna play this, of course. And if my opponent, yeah, I'm winning this game. Nice. Good old incremental growth. Fine hand here. I do have an Heir of the Wilds and 2 morphs. I can't flip this up, so I could also consider like, oh, there we go. So now it's pretty easy then. Gonna go turn to Air, turn 3 Watcher, and then flip it up. Still have no black mana in this game either, but I knew the mana was gonna be a problem. My opponent is on double Triland, so this could be annoying. This will also be the last run I'm playing because my arena can't take too much of this. So I'm gonna morph this and I can't attack here. And I have to wait to attack until I get a 4-power creature. Unless my opponent attacks me, of course. But yeah, my opponent's on the 5-color value train here, so this could be tough, but yeah. Maybe we can make a wide board and draw incremental growth. I don't want to draw incremental growth now, though. But flip this up at any time and gain 2 life. As I said in my set review, you have to flip this up before you play your last card, white card from your hand. Otherwise, it could get stuck. Chill. Since my opponent is stuck on lands here, not blocking, of course. Or now it was just slow rolling the land. But the main phase Crippling Shell made it seem kind of like he was hoping to hit that. I'm not sure my opponent should have attacked there, even though he's ahead on life. I'm clearly the aggressor here with the deck my opponent is playing. But yeah, whatever. I'll take it. I like to trade 2 for 2 here. So the scary thing about playing my opponent's deck, my opponent could have anything, like any for that, for example. Oh man. Seed Shrine. It is nice so that I have a Death Touch that I can block Seed Shrine. So now I understand my opponent's attack more. Okay, there's black mana. So what I'm gonna do here is no wait. I'm gonna flip this up. But I'm actually gonna play a different morph. I'm gonna play the Woolly Loxodon because that I could flip up next. And now my opponent thinks that that is the Sage High Harrier. So I could actually get my opponent pretty good with the morph here. But yeah, Siege Run is a that's a magic card. I'm probably gonna block it with the air though. Even though I could like hope to ambush it. Like how greedy do you have to be? The Siege Era. Alright. And the Woolly Loxodon even survives a double block from Siege Shrine and Island Game if that comes up. Another thing I could do is flip this up pre-combat and then air has ferocious if it comes to that. But it looks like my opponent is thinking about casting a removal spell on air. Which would be unfortunate. It's really in the tank here. I Guess I'll block. I don't see how I get much better. I take some trample damage, but okay, my whole plays a face up 5/5. Play flames, and then I can say, oops, I forgot to flip up my morph. But I'll take the 2 for 1 here. If I want double blocks. If I want single blocks, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. King of the morphs. I just ate the 3/5/5. Game is not over, but because if my phone like kills one of my flyers or like this, I'm down to not that high of a class. And my opponent could still play like any number of sick cards. So that could be anything. It's a morph and my opponent has all colors. So if that is the 1,000 wins, it could be bad for me. But what you gonna do? Okay, so I'm just gonna attack here. Everything, or is this a crippling shield again? Okay, now that's pretty good. And my opponent gets to tap the Woolly Loxodon and kill my flyer. Okay, I'm gonna play this on Ancestor and a Battle Priest. I'm not playing around a sweeper here. I'm gonna keep the land in my hand because of a Mardu Skull Hunter. Although maybe that's bad. So if this is 1,000 wins, that's pretty bad. But that's the big flyer that returns all tapped creatures. But not sure how I'm gonna play around that. If I draw Feat of Resistance or Incremental Growth, I'm in great shape, I think, because I'm gonna gain a ton of life. Speaking of, I'm a little worried that that could be like the Kerus Spell Snatcher, but that's a rare. So let's one, two, wait. So one there, two there, and three there. Okay, cool. Let's attack like that. I'm a little worried about some morph. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's a trade and I gain a lot of life, and then I can. That's not so bad for me. Also, I'm at 27, so that's what one could have Doom Blast. But I'm sitting here just worried about cards. I'm not really worried about them, it's just that I'm wondering what card I could lose to. I think the card I lose to is a sweeper. So it's not like I think it's super likely my opponent has a sweeper. It's just that what do I lose to accept the sweeper when I'm at this high of a life total, you know? But this Alabaster Queen has been sort of like an MVP here. Okay, I'm just gonna attack with my flyer. Baneslayer Angel. Level it up. Level it up. And do I play my Sage Harry there? No, I don't think so. I mean, like 32 with a 5/6 flyer in play. I don't need to play into a sweeper. There are two sweepers in those colors. There's End Hostilities and Dune Blast. So I would like to keep a flyer, especially since my opponent is at 3 life. Okay, that's a card that scares. A 3/4 that whenever you play a non-creature spell, creature you can draw gain lifelink at the end of turn. Okay. But I was gonna have to jump with it though. I can play this one just regenerates. So that's fine. Oh yeah. All right. Gonna have to cut the video short here just because otherwise there's gonna be too much lag. But thank you for watching, and this was a good start of the format, of course.